Voices of Black Mothers United is a national unity of mothers who've lost children to senseless violence. I am actually a sibling of a homicide victim. So my work basically came from my tragic experience of losing my brother, and my ability to be positive and prevail over that and choose positivity in serving instead of violence or retaliation. 6 years ago, my brother was killed. I had an urge to do something. At that time, I didn't know what. I just knew that certain things weren't an option, like retaliating, violence, causing harm to someone else. I had previous experience with the Wilson Center, who is the parent organization. And actually, when the first time I heard about it, because the name Mothers, I thought that it was going to be a resource that I would share with my mom. And it came back around to where, through my work that I was already doing with the county, they realized that it would be a great opportunity to bring that initiative here because the focus is on healing. We recognize, with violence prevention and violence reduction that nobody was really focusing on where do the families go from there, after the funeral, after their life has been shaken up. Who's there to guide them through that or grab their hand and bring them out of that dark place, and that is what Voices of Black Mothers United does. I feel that now is the time to serve because we can't take time for granted. And things are happening now, in the world after COVID and increased violence and unemployment. There's just a lot of people out there who need help, who may not know how to ask for it, who may not know where to go. So if they see someone who is out there saying, hey, how can I help you? How can I serve you? I think they are more likely to buy into that and look for the change that they need within themselves. We all have something to give, whether it's financially, your time, a craft or skill. We all have something to give, and there's so much out here that needs to happen, so much change that needs to be brought forth that we all can play a part, instead of, we don't have to do what other people are doing or do it like they're doing it, but find your own niche and figure out what is it out there in the world, what problem can you solve. I think it's important to serve others because life happens to all of us in different ways, and it can be hard. And I think that, through sharing our individual experiences, resources, you never know how or in what way you can help someone else. And I think it's important that we be the change that we want to see. And there's not a lot of people willing to serve. So being that person, can just even motivate people around you. I get a lot of people that volunteer, that ask me how can they help, that just show up to support. And it really does create a ripple effect, I believe.